Kate was running the RM500, the newer one, a week or so ago. I don't remember. They all go together. But anyway, and they called me on the radio and they said Caitlin hit something in the ground. And we never did find anything. I have a suspicion that it was maybe a piece of ductile iron cut off or something, but I don't know, it could have been just a failure. But anyway, that planetary right there. So how this works is I've had people say that the drum runs off hydraulics. No, it doesn't. So the drives are hydraulic. There's a front drive pump, which is so it's a multiple displacement pump, like an excavator pump. It changes stroke, and it goes to the front. And there's also one for the rear, so they're separate. They're independent. The drum is driven off a power shift transmission off the back of the engine, no torque converter, 3 speeds. Comes from the drum, comes out a short drive shaft. It goes to a differential. It's back here in the back of the truck. And then I think I don't remember what kind of reduction it is, but anyway. So it's got busted spider gears in it. The ring and pinion looks all right, but I'm gonna take it to my differential man and have new bearings put in it, new spider gears. And anyway, goes from there, goes that differential, comes out either side of that differential to about a 5.3 to 1 reduction planetary. And this one on this side is just, there's nothing, it's just busted inside. Nothing to it. Comes in that side, that bolts on the end of the differential. There's a 5 to 1 reduction. Then it goes to a sprocket like that. These big chains. Comes down here, bearing goes in there, 2 dual cone seals, 2 guards to keep stuff from getting wrapped around it and cutting the dual cone seals. Anyway, it sat here for about a week or so. We didn't really have time to work on it, but a friend of mine, Eddie Camp, came over yesterday afternoon, and we've got it stripped down, and I've got to go in and make myself a list of parts that I got to have. But anyway, so a company that advertises on Facebook, ConEquip, they've been really good about getting stuff for me. I found them a couple of months ago, and they got me a used planetary for $6,500. A new one was $13,500, but Cat didn't have no way to source it. They didn't have any. They had to build it from nothing. And anyway, so I've been cleaning some cement off here because it's not been getting cleaned off on a job real great. Not been getting blowed off. The days are long, whatever. It was caked up pretty good. But anyway, there's the sprocket for the other side. You're trying to clean it up some, get it apart. I hope by this weekend I'll get it back together for next week. I'll order parts tomorrow, have that differential done. I've already got the planetary, but I got some seals and I'm going to put new bearings and new dual cone seals in there just because I've got it apart. My luck, I put it back together and one of these bearings will fail. The one on the other side, the dual cone, was leaking, and we've been having to add oil to it, and I did notice there was some brass in the oil, or Eddie noticed there was some brass in the oil, so I'm going to go ahead and replace that bearing. And the other one, and the seals. And let's see, there's a wear bearing that goes here and a seal behind it where it rides up on this right here, rides on this surface here. And anyway, I pressure washed that all out. Had to work on my pressure washer. The governor went out in it and it was trying to run away, and so I had to put a camshaft and the governor in it. Got to put my guards back on so nobody loses any fingers. So it's great. Just lots of stuff to do, lots of stuff going on. But anyway, trying to get some of this cement cleaned off here. We're going to put out about 7 or 8 loads at Volcraft in Florence tomorrow. And I started a video Friday on that. And we got about 22 loads to do all together, but we'll have to do it in sections. And then I've got a load to do at House of Rayford, or not a load, I've got a job to do, about 10-12 loads at House of Rayford in Rose Hill, North Carolina. And I feel like I can get away with saying the name as long as I'm not actually on the job where you can see the place. But I mean, I should be able to say whatever I want at my place, right? Anyway, it is what it is. So I'm fixing to put some fuel in the truck, and I've got everything loaded up for tomorrow, and we're hoping to get 7 or 8 loads out. We've got 5 loads on the ground, and as soon as we blow off a load, I'm going to send the truck to get another load, and then the other truck's going to stay and blow off the other tanks, and then when that truck gets back, he'll head for another one. And like I said, I'm hoping to get 7 or 8 tomorrow, because I've got to be back near Charleston Tuesday. And I don't get much of a break, but if fuel keeps going up and the stock market keeps going down, I think we're all going to get a damn break. And I don't talk about politics too much, but we ain't talking about politics. I'm just saying, if fuel goes up, stock market keeps going down, we ain't gonna be busy. Luckily, we've been busy enough. I think I'm in pretty good shape. I shouldn't owe anybody anything by the time all the wheels fall off the wagon. And when you don't owe any money, you can kind of bump along. That's how I was in 2008. 9/11 happened, and it liked to put me out of business, and I never forgot that. 2008 came along, and I didn't owe anybody anything, and I had money in the bank. And guess what? If you don't owe money, you can cut back on help, you can cut back on insurance, you can bump along. But if you got payments to make, and you ain't got no money to make them, and you ain't got no work to make no money, there ain't no way out. I knew people that during 2008 that had several $100,000 in the bank, and they thought, well, a year, 6 months, this will be over. And they sat there and they made payments and they made payments and they made payments till all the money was gone. And they ended up losing everything. Their houses, their vehicles, everything. Or if they'd just let the bank have the crap when they still had money, then, but anyway, it is what it is. We're all along for the ride. It's a damn risk. Why should Las Vegas have all the fun? Us out here in business should be able to gamble as much as we want to.